Welcome back.
Welcome back. And we're joined now by Sarah Best, who's coming to us from Westchester County, right, Sarah?
Yes.
And we connected with Sarah because she is working in the marketing department of Conveyed Car Seats.
Right.
That we had done some stuff with. And they had helped to provide a free car seat to one of your grant recipients last year at this time, which was a very exciting thing. And so we got to know Sarah through that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we thought we need to have Sarah come and be on the show and talk about her dog and
Assistance dog.
Yes.
Service dog.
So, Sarah, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
We're thrilled to have you here. And so that's your pup there next to you?
It is, yeah.
What's his name?
Get his head up. Honey, look.
What a beautiful dog you are.
Yeah.
And what's your dog's name?
His name is
Edison.
Edison.
I love it. I love it. After the inventor?
Exactly.
Now,
Okay.
did you name him or did he come with that name?
He came named, he came trained, everything. So,
Okay.
it was really a great organization. He was named when he was a puppy, so they told me the significance of his name, and they told me everything about him when I came for training.
Tell us about the organization. It's called NEADS, N-E-A-D-S.
Yes. They're based in Worcester, Massachusetts, Princeton, and they have a full campus with a training room and a client house, and clients stay in the house. It's a large house, fully wheelchair accessible, and you spend the night at the house for a week to 2 weeks, depending on the program, and then you train with the dog, go back at the house, so it feels like a home environment, a very nice house, and that's kind of the setup.
And Sarah, maybe if you could talk to us a little bit about how having an assistance dog has helped support you and what a difference it's made in your life.
Oh my gosh, it's incredible, the difference. I can go out and do things and know that if something drops on the ground, it's not the end of the world, and I don't have to ask for help, because it can be pretty, I don't know, let me say embarrassing to ask for help when you're, like, say, in the middle of Grand Central, and I drop a pen and I say, oh, I don't need that pen anyways, but with him with me, I could say, actually, I would like that pen. I want that pen because I don't have another one. And within 30 seconds, he will pick it up. The command is fetch, and I just kind of point in the vicinity, and he will fetch it for me and hold it until I say give. And then he will release it, and we're on our way. So it's just been an incredible addition to have with me all the time. He has public rights to any place that we are allowed to go. He is also allowed.
And you're a native New Yorker living and working in and around New York City, which that's amazing in and of itself.
Yes.
And you are somebody dealing with cerebral palsy, correct?
Yes.
And how long have you had Edison? We don't need I realized how impolite that was. I'm not asking your age, but how long have you had Edison?
2 years.
Okay.
I waited a year and a half for him. The waiting process can be anywhere from 6 months to a year, sometimes longer, and in my case, it really did need to be a lot longer because of what I needed him for, and being able to go into New York City with him was a big factor in his training, because they had to be desensitized to all the noise, to going on the train, the subway, the bus, which I often do on a day in the city. I use all modes of transportation in one day. So
And each of these dogs is, you said that there's a wait list usually. And the wait time for a dog from this organization ranges from 6 months to a year or more. It all depends on the dogs they have available and the needs of the client. And each dog is matched to those needs, correct?
Yes. NEADS has a very specific and detailed matching process. It all starts with a short application online, and then they call you for an in-person interview at their campus in Massachusetts. And they ask you what a typical day is like. So the example that I gave them was I go into the city. And so I usually wake up, get a cab, then get on the train. So it's a big process, and it gave them a good idea of the kind of dog that I would need to assist me throughout the day, and for him to be comfortable as well and not be nervous.
And this,
in whatever environment that I.
Right. And this organization asks that you fundraise a minimum of $8,000 towards the $42,000, which is the full cost of a highly trained dog.
Yes.
So each person has to commit to a fundraiser.
Yep. And they help you with ideas, but they don't expect you to fundraise it in a short amount of time. It can take as long as it needs to, within reason. But, you know, it really, for me, the fundraising process was quite incredible. I got to meet a bunch of different people that I don't think I normally would have met if it weren't for this cause. So it is a pretty incredible process in itself.
I love that that's your viewpoint on it, and I hope that families are hearing this. And because a lot of times I hear autism parents say, you know, we'd love to get an assistance dog, but, you know, we have all these other things that we're trying to do and we can't afford it. And when you talk to them about doing a fundraiser, they're like, oh, you know, I just don't know. I wouldn't be good at it. And I know for my family, we didn't fundraise for an assistance dog, but we did a fundraiser to get the first round of biomedical tests done. And it ended up being one of the best things in our lives, Sarah, just like you were saying that, you know, it gave people that we knew and people that we didn't know an opportunity to be a part of what we were trying to do. It really made us feel great.
Yeah.
So thank you for having that attitude about it.
And then once the match is found, you schedule a time to go to the NEADS campus for 1 to 2 week training?
Once the match is found, yes, they usually give you some notice, depending on what the agreement is. So you do go to training for 1 to 2 weeks, depending on the program. So they have a bunch of different programs that are available. One being that I really want to emphasize is they have an autism service dog program for children between the ages of 8 and 16, and the dog will help them with different aspects of their disability. And it, you know, it's not just because it's nice that they have a pet with them. It's really to emphasize socialization and facilitate their ability to navigate their environment and reduce their anxiety with the use of the dog.
Right, right.
An amazing thing. Sarah, we want to thank you so much for bringing this to our attention. We have a website that, Gabriel, I don't know if it's a long one, so I don't know if he's capable of putting it up on the screen, but you can go to https://neads, NEADS.org. And then if you want to go specifically to their autism page, it's another / then service-dog-programs/children/autism/. It's a lot of slashes. But you can go to neads.org, and I would
out the basics,
yes, I'm sure that you can click around to find your way to that as well. And Sarah, we just have so enjoyed working with you. Think that you are an incredible mover and shaker, and thank you for speaking up and telling us about the wonderful relationship that you have with Edison so that we could share it here on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm
And
honored and
Edison is so low key. He's
I
like,
know, he's
whatever,
like
taking a
his
nap.
the whole time.
yeah, he's behind us, please.
What? I didn't hear what.